What's happening, y'all? What's happening, y'all? This is Brother Brian K McNeill, aka Paw Paw B. And here we are gathered again for another edition of Story Time with Paw Paw B. Story Time with Paw Paw B. I am a sales coach and a sales trainer and a public speaker and an author as well. And I've been doing this for 30 years in sales, but 29 years teaching in some capacity. And over the years, you accumulate these great stories or these fun stories that kind of have a point. And I thought it might be fun to tell some of these stories here in a segment I call Story Time with Paw Paw B. And here we go. Let's just get right into it. I got another story that I think has another cool point to it. But there was this dad. He came home from work and he had a long day at work. And he really just wanted to sit in his lounge chair and read his book. And he wanted to be undisturbed. And he had a cocktail with him. So he was sitting there reading. And his 6-year-old son, all boisterous, burst into the room. Dad, how you doing, Dad? Want to play and all that? And he just wasn't in the mood to play with his son right there. He was like, son, I just want to kind of read. And the son is like tapping his legs and all that kind of stuff, just disturbing Dad. So as Dad is on the lounge chair, he sees right there on the end table, the coffee table there was a magazine. So he gets this brilliant idea. He leaps through the magazine and he saw just what he needed to see. On one whole page of the magazine was a picture of the whole world, So he had a great idea. He tears the page out carefully. He says, look at this picture of the world, son. Yeah, I see it. And he says, son, now watch this. Now he tears it up carefully, tears the whole world up. And he says, son, what I want you to do is I want you to put the world back together. Tape it all together. Get some tape and tape the world together. Because Dad is thinking that'll buy him some time alone. If his son is trying to put this world together like a puzzle piece and tape it together. So the son kind of gets jazzed up. What a cool game to play. So he takes all the pieces of the world and he goes off, he gets the tape, and he's back like within minutes. Just a couple of minutes, he's back in front of Dad. And Dad can't believe, how could you put the whole world together so fast? He said, well, Dad, on the other side of the world, there was a picture of a man's face. And I figured if I just put the face together, if I put the man together, the world would be together. Brilliant. If we get the man together, if we get the person together, the world would be better. If we figure out a way to put our pieces to our own selves together, our worlds will be better. So you could draw whatever points you want from the story. I think the story tells a good point. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Story Time with Paw Paw B. You have a beautiful rest of your evening.